What's poppin' YouTube? Today we're back with another installment. Well, back with another video. This is gonna be the part 2 of my last video. So in this video we're gonna be talking about mainly two things. One, the markers that I'm using, and two is the character. Now let's get into it with the markers. The markers, now I got them from Temu. I also bought some pencils that I used in the, well, you can see the pencils right there. The gray one. I also used that in the video. So I got both of them from Temu. If you don't know what Temu is like a slightly better version of Walmart. You get cheaper stuff and stuff like that. So the markers, so what I usually work with is Sharpies. I usually work with Sharpies. Why? Because they look good on paper. Because they are alcoholic. They have alcohol in the markers, so it makes it look pretty and stuff. Like years ago, I knew what copy marker was. Copic? Is it Copic or Copy? I think it's Copic. I don't know. I'm fat. I'm sorry. I gotta breathe. I gotta breathe, nigga. It is hot. I mean hot. Hot in here. I'm sweating. So copy markers is like a better version of Sharpies. There's a whole bunch of varieties and colors and all that good stuff. And I used to use them. So, well, I don't used to use them. I don't use them. Well, right now I'm using the markers that you see right now. Do I like them better than Sharpies? I don't like the results. Is it cheaper? Yes. Yes. The Sharpies that I be using, they're $20. $20. That, and it's only like, you only get like 12. I got 168 markers, and they cost like, they was on sale too, so they probably like $14. I don't know. You gonna have to look it up on Temu. But yeah. So as you can see, I'm using the markers. I use 3 different colors of black, dark gray, and light gray. That's one of the reasons why I like those markers, because it's different varieties. And like, since like a character's hair is, usually when a character's hair is black, I can only do like a certain amount. But this time I did my Thug Diesels. I ain't gonna count. I did my Thug Diesels. I did my thing with these. So now this kind of a review of the markers. It's not my first time using the markers. I used the markers multiple times, and I can show you. Well, yeah. In the book that I'm using, it is like a type of paper where the markers don't go through. I gotta test how the markers are with regular like printer. Because I use printer paper to draw, so I gotta see how it looks. So we gonna find out. Yeah, the only thing I do not like is how it does not have alcohol in it. Meaning, when you like overlap a marker, it will have a spot where you overlap and it will stay there. I do not like that, because that looks so like it don't look good at all, really. But overall, the markers aren't too bad. They look good. They ain't a lot. They do look good. I do like how they look on the drawing. But if you look closer, you can probably see it on actual video on how like the markers look when they overlap. And certain ones do not mix with certain ones with black. Like when I was doing his skin tone, I mixed it in with black, and it completely merged together and messed up not the whole entire thing, but it just did not look good at all. It did not look good, not whatsoever. That's why I decided, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start like streaking it down as like the perfect parts of skin, or where I put the skin at and where I put the black at. So when you use these markers, you gotta be you have to be cautious of how you use these markers. You absolutely gotta be. You can't just, you know what I'm saying, go crazy with it. You gotta, either you gotta line them down or like look closely and make sure you know where you're putting your ink at. Excuse me, y'all. But other than that, marker's solid, bro. Like if I can go look at the drawing, well, the drawing is right here. If I look at it, it look fire. It look fire. Fuego. You know what I'm saying? Fuego. But that's all I gotta say about the markers. The markers, if you're looking for something cheap and how to learn how to color and shade, go ahead and get you some markers, man. You don't mind how much you get to. I got 100. There was like what, 212? You can get 212. I'm like, whoa, bro, whoa. We might get those. Nah, I'm playing. Am I? No, I'm not. But yeah, if you want them, go ahead. If you don't, go ahead. If you're into color pencils, by all means, go ahead, get you some color pencils. Cause I was a color pencil kid too, but with color pencils, I had to be more thorough and like more. I had to take. It took more time at one specific spot to get all like the white streaks off, but you still gonna have white streaks with color pencils. I don't know how. I think by using white is how you get it off, but I don't know. But for the markers, I'll probably give it like a 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. It is not bad, but it is good for like beginners. But it is good for beginners and for like people that don't want to spend a lot of money. That's what it's good. That's the cons. That's the pros. The cons is once you gotta, and some of it ain't gonna lie. One of the markers are dry. It is, and I have not touched that marker, bro. It is dry out. I was like, what? Bro, I just bought this. But it's from Temu. It is cheap for a whole lot of markers. So I was like, okay, I ain't gonna go too hard on it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go too crazy. But now we got the markers out the way. Markers 7.5 out of 10. Will recommend. I ain't gonna lie. I will recommend using them because they are decent. They are pretty macho. They are fuego. But back to the character. So in my last video, I talked about why my character looked so familiar to certain other characters. I talked about his appearance, but now let's talk about him personally. He's a 6'5", black hair, blue eyes. You can see a black hair. 6'5", black hair, blue eyes, built like a truck. Like a truck, hit hard too. He has like a strength like, not Goku, definitely not Goku. He has a strength like a 10 gorillas. He's strong, okay? He's strong. He's athletic. He has supernatural powers, right? He's human. He's 100% human. He just has supernatural powers. So he was born infant, right? Not an infant, orphan. Not an infant. Everybody was born an infant. He was born an orphan. His parents did not want him. So he was abandoned by his parents. Because his parents got killed. By who? By an assassin. And guess what? He became an assassin. Who, me may ask? John Wick, the Baba Yaga.
We call him
himself.
Baba Yaga.
Now, it's crazy because this was after I watched all the John Wick movies. John Wick 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there is a spinoff too, but I don't know, man. They only got a little bit of my boy in there, so I was like, I don't know. I might get a watch. Who knows? And not gonna lie, if you do not know John Wick or like who he is, John Wick is an assassin. He made a name for himself. He was the Baba Yaga. The boogeyman. Hold on. Let me get into the scene.
The boogeyman?
Scene.
Well, John wasn't exactly
Boogeyman?
the boogeyman.
John wasn't exactly the boogeyman.
He was the one you said to kill the fucking boogeyman.
Bro, that was the most hardest line. Bro, John Wick. All right, this how I rank every John Wick movie. John Wick 1, John Wick 4, John Wick 3, John Wick 2. You can't, bro. No, I'm not saying John Wick 2 is horrible. I'm not saying that. No way. John Wick 2 it was up there too. But John Wick 1, I love how they I love how they introduce who is John. I'm like, who is John Wick? This man was the one you sent to kill the book. And imagine you have a name of someone of. Imagine having a name of something, and they're not describing you of that something. They're describing you of the person that you sent to go kill that thing that you're named from. That is so hard. That is so crazy. And like John Wick I don't think he was in his prime, cause in his movies he's durable, bro. John Wick is durable. Like in John Wick, what 3 or 2? I think it was 3. John Wick 3, John Wick 3, because his hair gradually grew over the John Wick movies. So John Wick 3, when the dude shot him in his bulletproof thing, at first I'm like, bro, I ain't no way in the world this man just killed his own dude, and he knows he gonna come after you, bro. But he did not, bro. He knew he was gonna survive. I'm like, bro, this man broke his back, spleen, abdomen, bladder, lungs, kidneys, freaking skull, bro. He break. I'm like, bro, how you old and this durable, bro? I'm like, all right, bro, this nigga's not real. He's not real, but he is the Baba Yaga. I'm sorry, bro. And I got a tattoo on me. Yes, I got a tattoo of John Wick on me. Fight me, nigga. Fight me. And my next tattoo might be another John Wick. I don't know. It might be on my hand. Who knows? Who knows? But, yes, the character that I'm drawing and color as we speak is none other than John Wick's disciple, a.k.a. his son. You know how people be like, like, for example, these girl. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But for example, when people grow up with each other, they're not blood. They usually call each other brothers or like father figures and stuff like that. My Wick is John Wick's like a son figure, or you want to say it the proper way, the son, not son figure, but like a father, like John Wick is a father figure of Wick. That's how Wick got his name, because he's nameless. He don't got no last name, so his name is just Wick, just straight up Wick. And I feel like Wick is a fire name. I ain't gonna lie, Wick is a fire, muy bueno name, bro. So yeah, Wick took a man. I'll say this: Wick was in his prime. This one, Wick was in his prime, and Wick was like, you know what I'm saying? Wick was teaching him his way. John taught Wick everything he knows on how to be the most deadliest, ruthless, brutalist, no emotion assassin until John found somebody. Until John Wick found somebody. I forgot. I think it was Helen. I think it was Helen. But once he found his wife, then, and as Wick finally got a family, bruh, then everything goes downhill. Helen died from a sickness, and John died from old age, and Wick was all by himself when he was 17. Yes, nigga, 17. Who took care of him? The amount of money that John made of him being an assassin, and the amount of money Wick made of being an assassin, because of course you're gonna make money off being an assassin. And like, so like, you know how in first movie of John Wick has those like little gold coins. In my mind, I'm gonna say the gold coins can be transferred or exchanged as real life money currency. So that's how Wick got a whole lot of money. He's drop dead rich, you know what I'm saying? He's a multi-trillionaire, man. So now he got the skills of an assassin. Now he trying to live a life as a normal human being and trying to know how to live properly as a civilian, but he does not. but he does not know how to become a regular civilian. All he knows is how to be a killing machine. So, so he's trying to live his life regularly, but he struggles with that. So, in certain stuff he doesn't even know. But mind you, he is not. Well, he does know. Never mind. He knows how to read, write, and all that. He's advanced on fluent in different languages: Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Mexican, all that, Portuguese, all that. From John Wick, because John Wick, John Wick knows languages. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's weird because of how I got all this in my head. But fun fact, this was so it was a fun fact. I was gonna make a comic or like a manga or whatever. It was a comic. It was about a dude named Honor. Honor was before Wick. So Honor was inspired by Meliodas, the captain of the Seven Deadly Sins. Honor was the first one, the very first person I thought of. So Honor was inspired by Meliodas. And in my head, I always picture Honor in this Seven Deadly Sins world, with Meliodas in them and all that. That's how I got the picture. That's how I got into stuff like that because of the Seven Deadly Sins. I love Seven Deadly Sins. I don't care what nobody else say about Seven Deadly Sins. I love Seven Deadly Sins. I love Meliodas and all them characters. So, yeah. So, I was going to make a comic. I stopped. And then the comic was going to be about how Honor became who he is. But now that's done. That's dead. So, like, back to Wick. So, Wick now is going to school. He has no friends. He's not popular. He's popular with the ladies because of his good looks. Like I said, black hair, blue eyes. He's very tall, very muscular, and as a young age, he's the top dog. Everybody looks at him. Some girls admire him. Some dudes look at him like he's a Greek god. But some are like jealous. Cause of course the jocks and stuff, they jealous of a new kid getting all the attention from girls. But you know what I'm saying, who really cares? But so then you probably think like, oh, Wick, he's a brick wall, man. He's all stoic and emotionless. Nah. After Wick gone through his little depression, he now realized that being sad, he remembers how happy and like how happy and like full of life he was when he finally had a family. He now wants to refill that emotion he once felt before. So he's just you could say a fake smile because deep down he really is sad and still depressed inside, but he's still he don't want to let that feeling to go to waste or like overcome by depression or darkness. That's why he's a goofy character. That's why I made him a goofy character. That's why I changed him. I'm like, you know what? He's gonna be a goofy character. I don't want him to be stoic and all that. Just let him have fun. You know what I'm saying? He's a kid. He want to have fun. Even though he's 18 years. Yes, he's not. He's actually 17 years old. No, wait. Yeah, no, 17. He is a 17-year-old kid. He's just been through a lot. He's seen a lot as a young man, and he just wants to be a regular kid now. And now he's just trying to live a life on all he knows and what he was raised from and what he's seen as a young traumatized kid because he was alone and he don't want to feel alone again, so he want to put on a happy face and hopefully make some friends along the way, which he did. And one day there was a big terrorist attack in school, and Wick showed off what he can. He's not a regular student. People know that he is strong. He can handle his own. And now he's been recognized by the hierarchies of, I'm not going to say it, but like the hierarchies of not really a military. It's not really a military. Matter of fact, I'm just saying. Shout out to Corey Kenshin. If you have not read his new manga Monsters We Made, then you is missing out. I'm telling you. One, by like, give you like 4 years, it's gonna be animated, and once it does, top 10, top 3 new gen. What you saying? Anyways, so I think it's called Eden. So Eden is a facility that brought attention from Wick. So Eden wants to recruit Wick. They see what Wick can do and how strong and skilled and experienced he is. They want to recruit him for the academy, but it's not really the academy he thinks. It's the academy of, you know what I'm saying. If you read the manga, you know. I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but if you read the manga, you know what it is. But yeah. So after Wick just, well, he killed. Ain't like he killed. I brutally killed the terrorists. And the terrorist leader knew who Wick was, but he couldn't put a finger on it because he looked familiar. Because Wick and John, not recently, but like one day met him when Wick was younger. So the dude recognized who Wick was from when he was a kid, from the look in his eyes, the killer instinct in his eyes. So yeah, and now the lady recruited Wick to be a part of one of the teams, the main character team. And I'm not gonna spoil nothing else. I ain't haven't made it that far yet in my mind. Right, mind you, this is all in my mind. This is nothing else but in my mind. I imagine my character being in certain animes that I like, and I just roll with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, hopefully I won't get copyrighted or nothing like that. But Corey did have like a little competition where if you draw a character and if it gets three winners, you draw a character and give us his abilities, his backstory, and all that stuff. He would pick 3 winners and put them in the manga. I'm guessing for volume 3 or 4, probably like volume like 5. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, so Wick's goal is to have a family again. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be part of a family. So yeah, all he wants is to be happy and rekindle what he had lost back in the day. And that's his goal. He's not an evil guy. He's not a bad person. He's really deep down a great person. He just need to be led in the right direction. Now, that's my little video. This took 4 times. Alright, y'all. Be sure to leave a like. Matter of fact, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, just show me support. Thumbs up. Bye.